Hey there, fight fans. Today in this video, well, we finally had the main event of UFC 288, Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo. The reigning bantamweight champion Aljamain Sterling made his third title defense against ex-champion Henry Cejudo, who was returning to MMA after a 3-year hiatus. Now, it is pretty interesting that that long downtime did not affect the bookmakers in any way. Experts actually believe that Cejudo would be the favorite and often even bet on him. Sterling was seen as the underdog. Even though Sterling had defended his belt 2 times previously, well, a lot of analysts were not convinced of his talent. But Aljo surprised the MMA community in every one of his performances. What about Cejudo? Well, the former dual UFC champion held 2 divisions in check, but that was 3 years ago. Since then, as you know, Henry has gone into coaching and even doing analytics. He even created his own YouTube channel and prepared other fighters for championship fights. But now he suddenly has the motivation and a desire to climb to the top again. Of course, Cejudo is a talent, but 3 years? I mean, that's kind of a long time. His plan, though, did seem flawless. He wanted first to return, take away Sterling's belt, and then he wanted to fight Sterling's best friend, Merabam Dvalishvili. Now, if you remember, he even wanted to fight both of them in one night.
And Dana White, if you want, let's put Merab as a backup. I love that idea. You have 2 friends that are going to be there, and I'm going to smash either one of them.
But things did not go according to plan. But we're going to kick things off in order. But before we kick off the video, I just want to ask you guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We greatly appreciate it, so thank you in advance. So from the very beginning of the first round, Sterling began to aggressively attack Cejudo. Henry looked rather cautious, trying to take his opponent by surprise. It was evident that Aljo felt a lot more comfortable due to his advantage in the reach. However, Cejudo skillfully took advantage of that first opportunity and at 3 minutes and 47 seconds made a brilliant takedown. The Olympic champion began to calmly control the situation, but the fighters then got back to their feet pretty quick and Sterling landed some very powerful punches. A second takedown followed though almost immediately. However, at the last minute of the round, Sterling seized the initiative, but he did not have a tangible advantage, so the round turned out to be pretty aggressive for both fighters. Now in the second round, Cejudo started to move again more actively, but the whole offense of Cejudo didn't really lead to anything special. Sterling came back. It seemed that Aljo wasn't really worried at all, even taking some unjustified risks. Now we agree that Sterling in the rack looked a lot better and his speed was definitely higher. And gradually, well, the pace began to drop. But Cejudo, I mean, he looked good too in the final minute of the round. He almost caught Sterling with a head kick. So there was no more real danger in that 5-minute round. And then in the third round, Sterling decided to go on the attack. He began to throw out a lot of low kicks. But at 4 minutes and 32 seconds, he actually missed a crazy knee and then ended up in Cejudo's grip. Now despite this, the champion was not willing to give up and Cejudo allowed him to escape the hold. But it is evident that the fight, it was pretty intense. Sterling, though, was not particularly outmatched, but many expected that Henry was going to dominate. Now, the start of the 4th round, things slowed down a bit. Cejudo took the center of the octagon and started to catch Aljo with some counter punches. Sterling didn't really look to be in that much of a hurry. Cejudo, well, he wasn't really worried at all either at first. Henry started to hit him in the standing position and then even started dominating in that fight. And there was a feeling that Aljo just could not come up with anything that would allow him to catch Cejudo. But then in the last few seconds, Sterling was able to get a beautiful takedown. So there was a feeling that the 5th round would ultimately be the round that decides everything. Now in the final 5 minutes, the rival started off rather cautiously, but, you know, as expected, Sterling turned on the speed, and Cejudo, well, they took the lead. Henry obviously realized that something needed to be done. Precious seconds quickly ticked away, and with every moment, Aljo acted more and more cautious, and so in the last final seconds, Henry Cejudo designed the most beautiful transfer of Aljo and got him on the ground. And it was this final action that seemed to be rather decisive for that round. But again, who would the judges choose as the winner?
For the winner, by split decision,
Of course, the last round, it divided the judges yet again. Derek clearly gave it to Sterling, but Cejudo was actually both better in the stand-up and on the ground and also in control of the cage. So, the rationale for Sterling winning that round, well, it's not entirely clear. The judge's opinion was influenced either by the active style or by the cliche that the challenger has to do more than the champion. Now, the former UFC champ in 2 different divisions, Henry Cejudo, did not rule out that he would once again end his career in mixed martial arts, saying, "Perhaps this is the last time you see me in the octagon." Now, I completely get that. I mean, what motivation would it be for him to stay? Right now, he has a motivation to beat Sterling and then Merabam Dvalishvili, but as they say, well, not everything went according to plan. UFC President Dana White even named off Aljamain Sterling's next opponent for the bantamweight title, as he will be facing the number 2 ranked Sean O'Malley, saying yes, Sean O'Malley will be the next contender for the title. I think the fight with Sterling will take place somewhere in August with Boston.
I look forward to seeing you fight Sean O'Malley next. There's some words here with Merabam.
Right, here we go. Coach Mac Daddy in the place. Congrats, Funkmaster, great fight. I knew you were going to win that, my man. Easiest money I've ever made. I already went shopping in advance and everything Gucci'd out. You know yourself, fresh gear. But come here, let me just put this down. Let me show you what's what, right? Coach Mac Daddy in the place. Show you what's poppin'. Okay, Henry, this one's for you, my man, right? Some of the things, oh my God, you blew my... I couldn't believe what I was seeing, right? So you were here like this, right? And you were doing this, and I was like, you were doing this little thing, and I was like, what the f is that? I've never seen nothing like it. This guy is a f***ing genius, yeah? So you were doing this really well, yeah? If you'd have just done it this way, man, you'd have clean shot, bro. You'd have took him to the cleaners, my man. But anyway, you know yourself, Coach Mike Daddy, I don't charge you a fee because I'm already set, yeah?
See this, but Conor McGregor posted a video to his Twitter offering you some advice for your next fight, telling you maybe you should switch stances and it'll go better your way, and offering you some coaching tips.
Man, Conor McGregor don't got shit on my resume. That's all I gotta say.
So, I mean, what do you guys think about all of this? Let us know down in the comments below.